How to let go of somebody you love. Hello and welcome to the Happily Committed channel. My name is Danny and I'm one of the head coaches here at the Happily Committed Project. If this is your first time visiting the channel, then welcome. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button so you can join the community and get notified anytime we put out new content. And if you've already been part of the community, then welcome back. Today is a bit of a heavy subject, right? And we're talking about being able to let go of somebody you love, which I understand that concept in and of itself sounds impossible, sounds crazy, and you probably don't want to do it, but you recognize and you know that it's something that you have to do for yourself. If you are in that position, I empathize with you. I know how incredibly difficult that can be. I have been through that myself. So I know it is not an easy process. And no matter what I say to you, I can give you all the tips, all the recommendations, approach this as objectively as I possibly can. It's not going to take away from your current experience and what you are experiencing right now. So what I want to say to you is I see you. I understand. And you will be okay. And even if those words don't resound with you right now, they will. Human beings are incredible, and we are built to survive. We are built to adapt. We are built to progress. And even though right now, none of those things seem feasible or possible, give it time and it will. So what are some things that you can do right now to start to move on, to let go of somebody? Usually what I recommend, first and foremost, is acknowledging where you are right now. Take a moment, close your eyes, take a deep breath, release, and just allow yourself to feel. That is so important. And I know it's incredibly scary because those feelings hurt. But in order for us to be able to grieve, in order for us to move on, in order for us to process, we have to allow ourselves to feel. Now, that's not something that you have to do 24/7. You can have moments. Now, in the beginning, you're going to feel it all the time, and that's natural. As unnatural as that may feel, it is natural. It is a natural part of the grieving process because that is exactly what you were doing. You were grieving. But it is important to allow yourself to feel and not compartmentalize those feelings. Because if you compartmentalize the feelings, all you are doing is prolonging that pain. You're just tucking it away for it to end up coming up to the surface at some point later on down the line. And I don't want you stuck in limbo. The second thing which you can utilize in order to help to process some of these feelings is journaling. And if it's something that you haven't done before, I highly recommend it because it allows you to view your feelings objectively. It allows you to see on paper what your thoughts are and what your emotions are. And by doing that, you can actually start to process a little bit quicker. You can see the differences between rational and irrational emotion, rational and irrational thought. And the more and the more and the more you do it, the more you're actually emotionally unloading, you're purging. You have to find an outlet to let some of those things out. So if it's music, if it's journaling, if it's physical activity, whatever the case may be, do it so that you're able to start unpacking these things. And again, I understand sometimes you just want to lay in bed and do absolutely nothing all day. You just want to lay in bed, cry with your tissues, and not move. And if you have to have a day like that, have a day like that. If you have to have 2 days like that, have 2 days like that. If you need a week, take the week. But at the end of that day, at the end of that week, it's important to get your ass up and keep moving and know that you are worthy, that you have value, that you will get through this, right? So journaling is something that I highly recommend. The third thing here, which is kind of attached to all of this, is investing in self-care. Things that make you feel good. joining that gym that you've been wanting to join, starting yoga. Maybe you go and get a weekly massage. Maybe you're going and doing some energy healing, getting some Reiki done. Whatever it is that you need to do to start to invest in yourself again and start to heal and start to really feel like yourself again, do it. It's not going to feel good in the beginning. It's not going to feel normal. You're going to have to force yourself to do some of these things. You're going to have to find the motivation and the will. But I promise you that when you do it, it becomes easier and you will actually start to enjoy it and you will start to feel a sense of self come back. Because of course, in this moment, you feel lost. And that's okay. You're exactly where you need to be in this moment, but you are watching this video for a reason. You're watching it for a reason. So take some of the things that I'm saying to you and try to apply them so that you can start to get out of this dark space. The fourth thing is find a solid support group, right? So whether it's a couple of really trusted friends, if it's a family member, I would recommend not trying to tell every single person in your life about the situation because people are biased and they're going to want to protect you and they're going to want to, make sure that you're doing okay. And some days you're just not going to want to talk about it. And you're going to have a ton of people checking in on you. And it's just not a good thing. It's not a good cycle. But having a solid support system, 2 or 3 very trusted people can make all the difference in the world. And make sure they're people who are understanding and empathetic and rational and can see multiple different sides and not just what you want to hear, because that's not going to help. Developmentally, moving on, grieving, hearing what you want to hear is not going to help you. And I know that's difficult, but at the end of the day, it's necessary to have somebody who can sit there and tell you the truth, but be kind about it. The other thing here is focus on what you can control, which is yourself. Even in this moment, you probably feel like you can't control yourself, but not reaching out to this individual, journaling, joining a support group or a sports team or a gym, that's all you taking control of the situation. Allowing yourself to feel is you being in control. Allowing yourself to cry, that's you being in control. Forgiving yourself, that's you being in control. You're actually in more control than you think you are. So don't let your mind play tricks on you. And the very last thing, based on what I just said, is forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for harboring whatever guilt you may have, or shame, or anger, or resentment. Because if you hold on to that, you will continue to blame yourself for whatever went wrong in the relationship, and you will keep yourself in limbo. So let go of all of that. A good exercise for me that I always recommend clients to do, because sometimes just the physical act of releasing something is very helpful. Write on a piece of paper all the things that you feel guilty about, all the things that you have shame about, all the things that you've been carrying inside. Fold that thing up, have a bonfire, or maybe grab a candle or whatever the case may be and burn it. Burn those feelings of shame and guilt away, because visually seeing that can actually help you to detach a little bit and start to heal and move on. Again, I empathize with you. I know how difficult this can be. So if you feel like you need a little bit more support, if you feel like you want to talk to somebody who is not biased and does not want to tell you what it is you want to hear, I am more than happy to support you through this situation. I have helped countless people in this situation. I've been there myself. I speak from personal experience, and I know that I can help you to find some peace. So if that is something that you are interested in, I am more than happy to support you with that. I will provide a link in the description box down below for a one-on-one coaching session. You just have to click on that. It'll take you directly to the website, and you can book today if you feel like you need to speak to somebody. If you just want to learn a little bit more, you can visit us at the website, which is www.happily committed.com, where we have articles and blogs and videos related to this subject and many other ones. And make sure you're leaving a comment down below. Any questions that you may have, anything that you think I may have missed, your own personal experience, feel free to share. This is your community. This is your channel. We built this for you. And I read as many of the comments as I possibly can, and I answer as many as I possibly can as well. Again, my name is Danny. I'm your life and relationship coach. Hang in there. You can do this. I know it does not feel good right now, but I promise you, you will be okay. I hope you're staying happy and healthy, and I'll see you in the next video.